positive things out in the universe, planting positive seeds, and waiting for trees to grow. That's all it is. Yeah. And the more seeds you put out there, you might look up next year and one of them seeds you planted 5 years ago is now a redwood tree, and it just, I'm serious.
Yeah, definitely.
It works that way.
It does.
And I've been in the music industry so long that I understand these things and I understand it's the long game. When you get older or when you get long, you understand it's the long game. It's easy to say it's a long game, but when you're young, you're like, long game. I want it now.
That's it.
Right? Yeah. So I definitely love this stage of my life because I continuously get to be young again. There's nothing better than that when you're 54.
I remember the poster from my youth with the two vultures in the tree and one looking down saying, "Patience, my ass, I'm going to kill something."
Yeah. Man.
You and I have something in common, DC. You found out that this song was going to be a hit. You were a DJ in a gentleman's club. When I moved back from Atlanta to Louisville, there were no radio gigs open. So I got a job in a gentleman's club. This one young lady, and this was before they passed the you can't go nude in the club unless you're not drinking. But I had this one young lady was on a stage and she jumped off the stage and ran up to the DJ booth and ran underneath the table. And I was and I was like, "Can I help you?" And she went,
"My uncle's in here. My uncle's best friend is here.
Take me off the list. My dad just walked in."
Hey man, I can tell you I've got 20 stories like that.
Yeah.
20, that is the most terrifying thing to a dancer that could ever happen because it is such a shock. They know that it would be just devastating for their father to see them butt naked in a strip club. Yeah. Can you just imagine that, man?
No,
it's like just
anybody but him.
Yeah. Oh my God. Anybody but him or his best friend or, it's even best friends and uncles and stuff like that. So it's like, that life taught me a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Taught me a lot. You're with the worst elements in life, right? Yep. You with everything, but we're almost on the outside looking in because we're in the DJ booth, right? Mm-hmm. And we get to observe and we get to drive the bus, right? Yep. So we're in a different position than there. We're not out there in the Serengeti where, the lions are trying to eat the impalas and you know what I'm saying? We're in the DJ booth in a nice cage, just observing it like, natural Nat Geo Wild. And we're the voiceover for the whole show, right? So I love every bit of that experience, but I did not want to be a 50-year-old DJ.
Yeah.
Strip club. You know what I mean? I laid a lot of money. I knew there was more to it. The club allowed me to hone my talents in SEO, website development, radio spots, making movie trailers, making TV advertisements, everything that you need to make your business successful. I got to practice it on the club. And now that set the stage for me to do it with acting or in voiceover and anything I want to do. I know how to be the engine for my own self. You know how they say, jack of all trades, master of none. Mm-hmm. Well, the older you get, you're going to gain mastery in some of that stuff. That's how it's worked for me. I know we're not talking too much about golf right now, but
we will.
All this stuff is relevant because it matters, right? If you're golfing and you think it's easy, it's not. It's a lifelong endeavor. It's one of the things you can't never quit.
Really never master.
And never master.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why you can never quit because you're never going to master it.
Yep.
It's a physical game and people don't even know that. All the torque and all the havoc that it wreaks on your body doing something that everybody thinks is easy. Yeah. And it's difficult. That's why I don't play golf because it's not easy. It's too hard. and it's too hot. It'd be hot outside and I can't, I have played golf before. My earliest memories playing golf was stealing my father's clubs because he had a set of clubs and going over to the high school and just hitting balls and trying to hit them like a baseball bat. And it was just like, no, you don't do it like that. And then my brother used those same clubs and he would take golf lessons at City Park. And then he started teaching me some things. So then we would practice, hitting balls together. Mm-hmm. I just wasn't good at it. And then every time I went to putt-putt golf, I was the worst. I sucked at putt-putt golf. You suck at putt-putt golf. You don't got a chance. But then I remember as I got older, when I got to college, my boy Johnny Z, he lived on a golf course. I got golf courses and all the houses are around the golf course. It was in California. And he was like, man, let's go golfing. And I was like, all right, cool. And I really concentrated on just the first tee. I just got my grip together and just kept my eye on the ball. And I must have hit that ball straight for 300 yards.
Woo.
And everybody was like, whoa, you know how to golf? Where'd you learn how to golf? And I was like, hey, man, I do this, right? You know, my ego got the best of me because I thought maybe I can do this, right? Second hole, what? It's like a sign saying, go this way.
We got to take a quick break.
Then it was a sign that goes this way. And then it was just downhill after that. And then I got tired and hot and all those days. And then it was like, I quit.
We got to take a quick break here. We're with DC Glen from Tag Team and also from your all-time favorite Geico commercial. And we're going to tell some more golf stories. And we're going to laugh a lot more when we come right back. So hang out with us. We are the Approach Shot.
Hey guys, are you wedding ring shopping, or do you remember when you were? It was and should have been all about your wife. But what about you? I'm guessing not so much, or even who cares? Well, that means you don't know about Manly Bands. Manly Bands are the coolest rings for men, made out of materials like tungsten, wood, dinosaur bone, antler, and even gold. Well, when I say these things are cool, I'm talking about rings from their MLB collection or the Jack Daniel's Whiskey Barrel collection, to name a few. And golfers, check out the Double Eagle in the Manly Band Sports Collection, made of cobalt chrome. It's perfect for any golfer. And if you're married and have a ring already, get another one. You don't own just one ball cap, do you? Here's a special offer for listeners of the Approach Shot. Order your Manly Band and get 21% off plus a free silicone ring. Just go to manlybands.com/approach. That's manlybands.com/approach for 21% off. Manly Bands, the best damn rings, period.
And thanks for hanging and coming back. This is the Approach Shot. I am John Ashton. He is Neal Michaels.
I'm Neal Michaels. Yes, I am.
DC Glen is with us from Tag Team.
AKA,
and like I said, you're AKA
Sprinkles. I gotta tell you the story, man. Last week was the first time somebody recognized me. At all this time,
really,
I went and got a Coke Zero. I slid my card. She was like, "No! You gotta put the chip in, Sprinkles." And I was like, "No, you didn't." She was like, "I don't care. Me and my daughter love that commercial."
You used to be
like,
DC,
you know what?
the Brain Supreme, and now you're Sprinkles.
Now I'm Sprinkles. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. And I said, you know what? Thank you. That made my day.
Yeah.
Because, in a roundabout way, it did. Then I went to the gym 2 days later. One of the old school trainers was there, and he hadn't seen me in a while. He saw me and couldn't even hold it together and just started blabbing. That's DC from the Geico commercial, everybody. Hey, man, come here, DC. I haven't seen you. And I'm just like, shut up. And everybody's looking. It's like, he's in that Geico commercial. And everybody's like, yeah, we know. And I was like, wait a minute. Y'all know, but y'all didn't run up on me. I said, I appreciate y'all because I know how hard it must have been for you guys to be sitting watching TV like, I know that guy from somewhere. Mm-hmm. Where do I know that guy from somewhere? And I know it took him a while. Right? It's like, that's the guy that's at the gym all the time. The big black dude at the gym. That's him. I know it is. I can imagine how many stories it was on that, man. It's been fun, man. I'm having a ball, man. This is the reason I stayed at strip club so long, because the strip club is the ultimate fountain of youth.
Oh, yeah.
It is. As soon as I got out the strip club, a month later, I was an old dude. You know, the Disney cartoons where the witch is all beautiful and then she loses her power and she turns into an old crab. That's how it was. It was like, oh my God, I'm old. I don't like this. I don't like that anymore. I don't like this, that, or that. Oh my God, what's going on? But transition that you go through in life, and it's for the better. And clubs are a dark hole. You just don't realize it while you're in it. You know,
you became respectable.
Yeah, it became respectable, and you have to adjust. You can't just talk to people in your kind of way like you can in the club.
That's right. You have to be polite and stuff. Dang.
Yeah, you gotta be polite. Can't grab on booty anymore.
get you thrown out of office. Just
you have to be a gentleman now. So there's no problem with that because my mother raised a good man. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But this is fun, man. I can't even complain. The thing is that we really never went anywhere. We always do NBA halftime shows and NFL halftime show. We've been doing shows forever. Mm-hmm. We'll do television performances. We'll go overseas. We spent not a year, but a month in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Mm. I'm performing in the jungles of the Amazon, driving up the side of a mountain, across rivers, coming into a soccer stadium with 100 speakers on one side, 100 speakers on the other, and just hearing music like I'm just louder than I've ever heard it, and they're all waiting for us. Mm. And it was the most incredible thing I had ever witnessed. Just to be able to experience things like that in your lifetime is just a blessing because a lot of people don't get to experience things like that. Yeah. Even just going into rural parts of America. Like I love to do shows because I know I'm going to some place I haven't been before. The cities are the cities, but when you go to the middle of Wisconsin, but when you go to the middle of Idaho to do a show, and everybody wants to see you, it's like you see things that make you understand America a lot better. If you're smart enough, you can appreciate it. You're better for it. But you know, a lot of people stuck where they're at. They're not budging physically or mentally.
I don't want to learn anything new.
Exactly.
Now, listen, we were talking about this before. You've got a sweet setup because you do a lot of voiceover work. And for people who don't know this about you, because they know you from Tag Team and they know you from the commercials, but you also did some voice work on the movie Elf back in 2003, in Shark Tale in 2004, in Rio. So you've been doing a voice on a lot of kids' movies, and you would mention that kids are important to you because of the ice cream phase of this. The voiceover work, do you like doing the kids' movies?
So let me tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you. You're looking at my IMDb page. That IMDb page is only for the times that Whoop There It Is has been in a movie. But everybody, if cast and director, if people look at him like, oh my God, you've been in all these movies? They're just like, because it's extensive, isn't it? That list goes all the way back to 1993. And it's funny, but it has helped me get into doors because people see that there's a body of work there. Mm-hmm. And even if it is the song, it's relevant. And go back to your question, 1995, we did a song with Disney called Mickey Unwrapped. That started my voiceover career because I taught the voices, the wife and husband and wife team of Mickey and Minnie Mouse how to rap deep in the bowels of Disney. I'll never forget it because that influenced my voiceover. Mm-hmm. And since then, you know, I had always wanted to start training for voiceover, but I didn't really, but I did radio. So I'm doing it in my DC the Brain Supreme voice. You know what I mean? Like yelling and rapping and what's up, son? And all that, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not doing it in the, Wednesday night at 7 on ABC. Yes. I'm not doing that voice. It took me years to get to that point because I started training in 2009. It's ironic because in 2009, when I started training, I'm thinking, they're telling me like, you're not getting it. You're not getting it, DC. And I'm like, no, y'all not getting it. My hubris got the best of me because at this point, I'm thinking I could whoop there it is my way through anything, right? That's not the case. I wasn't listening. I didn't understand the language. I had to go through, it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And I didn't really understand it till the pandemic. When I went back, I said, what are you going to do? Can't go shows. You can't do this. What are you going to do to earn income or just to keep your sanity? I said, voiceover, reinvent yourself on voiceover. And I went back to the beginning because I record every class I take. It was amazing. It was so cringeworthy hearing my first actual script that I read. I almost threw up, right? I swear I almost threw up. But I was like, wait a minute, let me do this over and listen to their notes. Now I'm an actor and I understand the vocabulary and I understand what they were trying to tell me. And it was angelic. And I've been doing it. I was booking before that. But 2020 was one of the best years of my life because I shot my first movie, shot my second movie, tons of voiceovers. I've done a TV show. I just booked a TV show last week. Now, for me, the sky's the limit. And then here comes Geico. Geico is the button on the whole thing. And now this Geico has turned into a hit record, a monumental hit record as a hit commercial, which is 10 times better because everybody gets to see me and what I look like simultaneously at the same time. Back in the day, 93, we used to use carrier pigeons to get the word out, right? remember the days when you would call your friend and say, hey, man, what's going on, man? Can I come over?
Right.
Right? Can I come over? Do you remember dialing?